Hi, this is Julie with Beadaholique, and today I want to show you how to make a domino tile earring like this one here. This is the first one of our pair, and then together we're going to make its matched pair. You can see it's a domino tile with a transfer sheet laid on top of it. I've then used an Aanraku bail in the earring style so that the hole is facing forward instead of to the side for a pendant. And then I've just used a simple earring hook. So what you're going to need for this project is you're going to need a transfer sheet. These are great transfer sheets put out by Nunn Design. This is a black and white floral graphic. On the back of the transfer sheet, there's going to be the full instructions. We're going to walk through it with this video, but if you want to make more at home, you have those instructions right there. For the total project, you'll need 2 domino tiles. We've already got one done, so we're just going to be using one, but if you're doing this yourself, you'll need 2. You can see that they've got the little dots on one side and they're blank on the other. You'll need 2 of the Aanraku size small earring bails. These are silver plated. You'll need 2 earring hooks. For the earring hook, you're going to want to make sure that it has an open loop, one that you can just pry open with your pliers and attach it in the correct orientation to the Aanraku bail. So those are the actual materials you're going to need in terms of tools and supplies. You're going to need a pair of scissors, a pair of tweezers, paintbrush, some Nunn Design sealant. You're going to need a bowl of warm tap water, a little scrap piece of wire, some E6000 adhesive, a pair of flat nose pliers, and then also a lint-free paper towel or dish rag. So to begin, what I want to do is I've got my design sheet right here that's well loved. You see I've done a lot of different projects with it. And what's nice is on each design sheet you get 2 of each image. You can almost see that's divided in half here, so you can make nice matched pairs of earrings. So I chose this image right here, and what we're going to do is first we need to just cut it out. Now one thing I want to show you with some transfer images that you want to be cautious of, and I know I'm going to cut around this edge so I can do this. If you look closely, it's possible to scratch them with your fingernails or with a tool. So you want to be careful not to do that. So handle them gently. To begin with, I'm just going to cut it out in its approximate shape, going along the edges. And then I want to hold that up to my tile and see the sizing. Now the reason I didn't try to trace around the edge is because of that scratching. I didn't want to hurt the image at all. So I'm going to just carefully and slowly work my way around the image until I get it to be the right size for my tile. So I'm cutting a little, I'm holding it up to measure. I can see I need to go down on both sides. It's getting closer, but it's not quite there. Okay, so I have this the size I want it now. You can see it fits within the tile. And now I want to round the edges just a little bit. So these have sharp corners, whereas the dominoes have nice rounded corners. I'm just going to very carefully round my corners. Okay, you can see what that looks like when I lay it flat. It no longer has the sharp edges. So I can put my transfer sheet aside, and now I got to transfer my image to the tile itself. So look at your tile. You'll see some have numbers on both sides, some just have them on one side. So I want these numbers to show up, so I'm going to want to put my image so it's facing up right here. So when I put my bail on, the bail will go right here and my little black dots will still show. So I'm going to lay that down flat the way I know I want it. I have warm tap water right here. I'm just going to take my entire image, and it has a white paper back on it. I'm going to submerge the entire piece of paper into my water. And I'm going to let it sit in there for about a minute. After it's been a minute, you're going to want to remove that image, and what you're going to want to do is have a paper towel ready. And I have a stiff one here, so I've already kind of pre-curled it because I know what I'm going to want to do is dab some of this water off. So using my tweezers, pull your image out of the water, lay it flat onto your paper towel, gently dab away some of the water. And I don't want that back to come fully off yet. So Now that I have it like this, I'm going to want to use my fingers and just slide it. So a little bit of that image, the transfer, is coming off of the white paper backing. Now I'm just going to carefully line it up. And now I'm going to pull the backing away. There we go, and just press it into place. You don't have a lot of wiggle room with this, so you pretty much have one shot. You can try to straighten it out a little bit, but once it's on there, it's pretty much on there. Don't rub it harshly, just kind of gently pat it. If you rub it like this, it's going to fly right off of your tile. So you can rub it a little bit to get the air bubbles out, but be careful. Now you want to seal it. So that is pretty much dry the way it is. You might want to wait a couple minutes, but all the excess water on mine is already gone. I'm using a Nunn design sealant. Got my paintbrush. I have a softer paintbrush. I find that works a little bit better. Okay. Now, when you first put on the sealant, you're going to notice it almost looks like it's repelling it. You see it's all going towards the center, it's bunching up, and it looks like it's not working. So what you're going to want to do is just keep painting it on. Go over it again and again until it no longer does that and it actually looks like it's taking. So you see I still have some areas right here that look like they're repelling the sealant. I'm just going to keep painting over those. And eventually it's going to grab it. Once you have a full coat on, go ahead, set this aside and let it dry for a good 10 to 15 minutes. And then what you're going to want to do is go back and paint a second coat of sealant on top of it and let that one dry for 10 to 15 minutes as well before you go on to the next step. We've painted 2 coats of the Nunn sealant on top of our transfer image, and now we're going to go ahead and attach our Aanraku glue-on earring bail. You can see this tab right here is a flat glue-on surface, so we're going to take our E6000. I'm going to just have a little scrap piece of wire to use as an applicator. So that's all you need, it's not a lot. Place it onto the glue-on tab. Now we're just going to take the top of our tile. So we're going to put on this back side. You can see how that looks. We're just going to press it into place. Now we're going to let that dry for a good half an hour before we put on our earring hook. So this is now dry enough to put our earring hook on. It's not dry enough to wear yet. I like to let them dry for several hours, but what we can do is we can put our earring hook on. So we're going to go ahead, take our pliers, and we're going to open up the earring hoop just the same way we'd open up a jump ring. So move it to the side. So you're not going to want to pull it out. You're just going to want to twist it to the side. Latch that on to your bail and close that hoop back up. And there you go. That's all it took to make a pair of domino tile earrings using transfer images and Aanraku bails.